What's up guys? Just got back from the gym. Like I just actually got back. That's why I'm wearing a tank top. I always wanted to get a V-taper, a Dorito look, an aesthetically pleasing physique. The cinema physique, the Brad Pitt in Fight Club physique. The truth is, anyone can get a masculine V-taper, but not everyone has the same body type. And that is misunderstood sometimes. Usually a lot of men take advice from guys who already have small waists and wide shoulders. That wasn't the case for me. I struggled with getting V-taper for quite some time. I also store more fat in the belly area. Once I understood some methods for me personally to get that V-taper, I now know what it takes to get the Dorito look, and I really wish I told myself this 5 years ago. So let me talk about my past a bit. In my teenage years, I was skinny fat. I had no V-taper at all, love handles. Is really like a bit of puberty fat, stuff like that. And yeah, I saw movie stars like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, or I saw my classmates around me, and they were all quite lean, you know. The motherfuckers got six packs without ever training abs, without ever going to a gym, and you just look different to them. I had a bit more fat in my belly area. When you have a bit more fat in your belly area, you get bullied for it. I mean, it's really stupid thinking about it, but when you have the slightest fat roll, they make comments about it. So yeah, comments were made about it, and I felt insecure, so I wanted to get rid of that belly fat. So I started looking up on the internet how to lose belly fat, and I came across some videos. At the time, they were targeted weight loss exercises. They were like crunches, hill climbers, those typical ab workouts, you know, 30-minute ab workout. And I started doing those in my room, in the garage. And I think my first introduction to fitness, and I thought if I did those exercises, I would get ripped, I would lose the fat there. I was focusing on losing the weight. Yeah, I did lose some weight, but I still didn't look like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. So what was I doing wrong? So I've made a list with points on things I did wrong. I'll tell you about my mistakes, and I'll also have the solution to getting that V-taper, because that's what we want to achieve. What actually is a V-taper? We know what a V-taper is. The Dorito look, simply said, what actually causes the effect. And it's all about widening the upper body and making the waist thinner, or making it appear thinner. And the most important muscles that really accentuate that V look are the lats, so these, the delts, the shoulders, and the traps. And if these muscles grow, the upper body will blow up, like literally blow up, and look more aesthetic and wide. Later in this video, I will go into the exercises to maximize the V-taper. Yeah, there is also no such thing as a targeted weight loss. Yeah, as I've said, I was doing targeted weight loss exercises, hill climbers, ab crunches to give me that V-look. I thought I would lose the love handles by doing those, but there are no targeted weight loss exercises. It's impossible to lose weight or say like, okay, I want to lose the love handles, so I'll do hill climbers. That doesn't work, sadly. If you lose weight overall and have no control about where you lose it. So some people, when they lose weight, they lose it quicker in the belly area or in the arms, and some people are a bit slower in those areas. That's purely genetic, and it's dependent on how much fat cells you have in those parts of the body. And now you're probably thinking, well, then I lose overall weight to look like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. I'll be lean, I'll have the V-taper, the muscles. And yeah, this takes me to the next part of the video. Sadly, it doesn't work like that. What you want to focus on is building muscle first and then lowering body fat. And that was my mistake as well. I would lean down, I would try to get lean when I didn't even have muscles yet. So you have to picture it like this. When you have a bunch of fat on your body and little muscle, what would happen when you cut down? You would just be skinny. You don't really have definition. First you need to push the muscles out, really push them up, blow them up, and then you want to focus on fat loss. So if you have that mentality of losing body weight, just throw it away. Get that out of your mind right now. We want to focus on muscle gain, and I saw the most widening in my physique when I started working out heavily, intense, and actually when I was going to failure. And heavy doesn't mean sloppy or bad form, but heavy means looking like you're constipated with the form under control. And when you actually feel the muscle fibers, tear apart, it hurts. And you actually feel sore the day or the 2 days after it. So not going through the motions, knowing that you could have done a couple more reps, but actually training hard, torturing your muscles, and making it hurt to get the physique you want. Kill me! Okay, so now we move on to the diet part. What did I eat to get more of a V look? I'm going to assume you are still in that skinny/skinny fat area. And yeah, now we know what the problem is. We need to build muscle, and to build muscle, we need to gain weight. And to gain weight, we have to be in a caloric surplus. So we have to eat more than we maintain. And I want you to calculate your TDEE. So it's the calories you burn on a daily basis to maintain your current physique. And a surplus is adding 500 calories on top of that maintenance calories. So for example, if you burn 2,500 calories on a daily basis to maintain your current physique, we now want to be at 3,000 calories to gain muscle and to gain, yes, a bit of fat, but it's fine because it's about building a foundation, not about losing fat, remember. And then you'll need to supplement this muscle gain with a high protein diet. If you weigh 70 kilograms, you want to multiply 70 kilograms times 2. So that's about 140 grams of protein. And in pounds, it's like 0.8 to about 1. So 154 pounds times 1. And when you're in this process, you'll build muscle quick. And yeah, I really want to emphasize eating whole foods. Your body knows what to do with these foods. So I'm talking meat, fish, eggs, protein powder, beans, oats. Those fish, those are the fish that you want to eat. Really not that hard when you think about it. To make it even easier, I'd recommend you to download MyFitnessPal to track your calories. Once you start tracking your calories, you realize how little you were eating or how much. So I didn't track my calories at first, and I realized that I was actually eating little protein. Yeah, I was binging at that time a lot due to some mental problems, but also because I was eating too little protein. And when I started tracking my calories, I realized that I should eat more protein. So I ate more protein and I was more full. I didn't have much urge to snack at night. So that's what really helps, tracking those calories. So trust me, when you eat 160 grams of protein, you don't even want to think of binge eating. So now I'm going to discuss the exercises to get that V taper. And no, we won't be doing ab and oblique exercises to get that V taper. When you do a lot of oblique exercises, they also grow. And for me, I personally have a bit wider hips. When I train my obliques, they widen out. But we want to keep your waist narrow. So we just want to eventually lose fat in that area, but focus on the upper body now. So first, for the back, what I really like are pull-ups and lat pull-downs. Yeah, these are a great exercise to really widen that frame. You got the lat push down or the straight arm push down. You can go full stretch on this and you really feel it in the lats. You want to go slow on the eccentric as well, so go slow when you're going back. And what I also really like are the single arm chest supported rows. You can also go quite heavy with these. You are really sore after it. Like I trained it yesterday and this hurts. So yeah, they're growing. Then we're moving on to shoulders, a very important muscle, because when you have big shoulders that basically go over your waist, it makes it appear that you are wider, and it gives it more of that V look. So there's not only the back but also the shoulders. And the exercises we want to do are lateral raises. So these, and we also want to focus on the back shoulder, the rear delt, and I do rear delt flies on a bench, or I do face pulls. I do these lying down, but you could do them standing. And then the traps, underrated muscle, not trained a lot. Do 3 sets in a workout of dumbbell shrugs or barbell shrugs, quite heavy. So focus on training these muscles for the next 6 to 12 months. Try to reach muscular failure every workout. Tear those muscle fibers, be sore, and supplement your muscles with your diet. And if you have the patience and discipline, results will show. When you've packed on a lot of muscle and really see a difference in your physique, you're going to calculate your TDEE again. And then you want to take off 250 to 500 calories of that maintenance number And after this, you want to still work out at the same intensity and still eat a high protein diet. But at this point, we'll finally be focusing on losing that body weight. And as you will notice, you'll have that foundation, and when you lose weight, you get that V-taper. So when you start getting lean, you really see that that upper body is wider than your waist. That's it, boom, there you have it. That's the V-taper. Yeah, some people do have lower lats or wider hips than others, as I've said. So everyone's body will look different, but everyone can definitely get a masculine V-taper. So don't get caught up in genetics, looking at people with lower lats. Just focus on yourself and your own progression. I really recommend you to take a picture at the start as well, and then maybe do weekly pictures to really see your own progression. It's all about building that foundation first, putting in the hard work, and then showing the hard work by lowering your body fat. So I wish you good luck and be patient.